And the weatherman came on, he said it's 17 in Aberdeen. I thought that's a brilliant rhyme, isn't it? 17 Aberdeen. And I put it as a refrain. So that's your refrain, okay? So we try that. But it's 17 in Aberdeen. 1, 2, 3. But it's 17 in Aberdeen. Brilliant. And I pictured the Aberdonians basking in this anticyclonic bliss of 17 degrees. And the rest of Scotland having crap weather, basically. And that's the scenario. Any Scots in the audience? Any Scottish heritage?
Aye.
Whereabouts from?
Glasgow.
Well, Glasgow doesn't get a mention, but 3 places in and around it do. So I listen out and like a little cheer when you hear like the Clyde and things like that, okay? So this is called 17 in Aberdeen, and that's your refrain. Oh, it's damp and grey on the River Spain, it's dark and dank there too. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, and the sky's an azure blue. How cold it feels in Gala Shields, and it's blowing quite a hoolie. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, no need to wear a woolly. The fog hangs thick in the town of Wick, it's cloudy in Kirkcaldy. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, where you can tan your body. It's lashing down in Lennoxtown, it's drizzling in Dundee. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, and it's the hottest place to be. The waves are tossing in Ardrossan and in the Firth of Tay, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and it's a very lovely day. There's a layer of mist in South Uist, it's below par in Stranraer, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and it's melting all the tar. It's a trifle dull on the Isle of Mull, there are showers up on Skye, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and nobody knows why. There's wind and sleet on Princes Street, and in Stirling it's cyclonic, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and they're mixing a gin and tonic. There are winter storms in the High Cairn Gorms, and it's frosty in Cornosty. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, and it's just as warm as toasty. It's brass monkeys around Dumfries, snow's falling in Falkirk, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and they've taken the day off work. The sun don't shine in Kincardine, much less in Inverness, but it's 17 in Aberdeen. Oh yes, 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 yes. The weather's poor in Stenhouse Muir and up on Arthur's Seat, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and they're dancing in bare feet. Few sunny spells on the Campsie Fells, far, far fewer in Forfar. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, so schön, so wunderbar. It's extremely cool in Ullapool, it's gloomy in Glenrothes, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, where they're taking off their clothes. They've chilblained hands in Preston Pans, and it's vile up in Argyll, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and the city is one big smile. There's a belt of rain across Dunblane and an air of trepidation, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and there's no precipitation. The lochs are frozen south of Oban. They're throwing snowballs in the gore balls. But it's 17 in Aberdeen, where cricketers are bowling no balls. It's rough on the Clyde and in East Kilbride, and it's dire on the Mull of Kintyre. But it's 17 in Aberdeen. What more could they desire? There's no sign of sun in Livingston, and it's Spartan in Dumbarton, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and a celebration starting. The floods run deep in Cowdenbeath, though shallower in Alloa, but it's 17 in Aberdeen with a warm Hawaiian aloha. There's a small typhoon blowing through Dunoon. There's a dearth of mirth in Perth, but it's 17 in Aberdeen, and you can see it on Google Earth. There's some concern today in Nairn. There's a hard gale in Ardguy, but it's 17 in Aberdeen. That is all I have to say. Yes, it's 17 in Aberdeen, and they're bursting into song. Aye, it's 17 in Aberdeen, but it will only be for long. Thank you. I never met the new